Great. Hello. Hello, everybody, once again. Yes, my name is Bonsai Bermudez, and I didn't say my preferred gender pronouns, but I'm going to say them now. I normally use female and male pronouns interchangeably and respectfully, and I do not use Mr. and I do not use Sir.
I'm ZZ Phillips, and I go by female pronouns, or just my name. Yeah.
Relationship matters. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, relationships does matter. I think on the basis of speaking from like personal experience relationship, this specific relationship matters to me because of the fact that I have a space where in like an oppressed life, I have a space where I can go and feel comfortable. I have an outlet for my artistry and affirmation. A lot of times being of color and in transition in like a predominantly oppressing place, you can be at dark places where you're unsure about yourself, your identity. You're unsure about if the decision that you're making with your life is appropriating something that is worth living, and that's where bonsai usually comes in and kind of like affirms that, you know, you're doing something right, and affirms, I think, you know, you are a beautiful person and you're beautiful because of your vigor and because of what you have internally and what you can offer, you know, spiritually. And he kind of molds me and shapes me in other ways other than like artistry. And I think that's important, especially doing the type of work that we do, because Youth Empowerment Performance Project is a place of healing and venting, anger, crying. So, and he kind of like has the capacity for all of that. So, it's surreal at times because I know with me going through a lot of times, Bonsai is like the closest person to me, like most of the time when I'm going through like oppressing stuff or things that I feel like unjust. So a lot of that resonates, and I kind of just like throw that all on him. And the fact that he has like the mental capacity to deal with like my stuff.
Sometimes I don't, but
but for the most part he does. And just the fact that he has like this overview of like life and identity and being cisgendered is really invigorating.
I think so many things, right? And being in the front line, and when I say front line, like the person really providing that direct support, right? Because in the house we have different kind of like people that come together to make this work happen. People that can provide funding, people that are like in administrative levels. But I adore to be in the front line. That's where my passion, where my mission is at, right? And being in the front line for so many years, if I can name one thing that should be happening in spaces where we provide that support, it's relationship. Like without a relationship, you can have funding, you can have a beautiful space, a beautiful building, you can have all the resources ever, but the young person will never be able to trust, right? And to go to that next level that we are kind of like trying to promote or trying to bring if that relationship is not in place. I have seen so many multiple buildings and organizations in which, you know, they look great, right, on paper and through our eyes, but by the end of the day, when you talk to the young people that are getting the services over there, they don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. So I think I was very excited to kind of like talk about this because I think I am very connected, right, to that this is the essence of like having something impactful and having something that can mark the lives of queer youth experiencing homelessness.
Yeah, and even like a lot of the youth I've noticed with that analogy that Bonsai has, like a lot of the youth are very, very like receptive to like the things that he has to say, as opposed to like youth that he doesn't even work as close with like a lot of the organizations that are supposed to be like a resource for us. It's not really a resource for us because of the simple fact that they don't know us. They don't we're just like numbers or like a name on a roster, as opposed to like people and having like individuality. So a lot of youth they listen to Banzai and they love Banzai because of the fact that he's real, he's a person, he's out here with us, he struggles with us, and we're not just someone that he's just kind of like pitying or like being superficial or fake. A lot of the organizations that aid and assist people, I personally feel like they shouldn't even be getting the funding and stuff like that because of the fact that they don't care. And I know there's a lot of dynamics and a lot of things that play into it that I'm probably not aware of, but I feel like if it was more people in the world, like the people here obviously who care and want to advocate and want to see something better, and people like Bonsai in the world, especially in my world, like where I live, it would be like a lot more worth living because of the fact that I would feel like I can go and vent to somebody and have somebody that won't judge me and somebody who actually like cares. And there are a few people who are like Banzai, but I just feel like we need more.
I mean, sometimes this is like one of those moments in which we stop to kind of like celebrate, you know, like the kind of like connection that we have as individuals, as human beings. And I met Sissy so many years ago, so this is the moment that relationships is not just, hey, hi, how are you? I will work with you for 2-3 months, and then I gave you the resources that you needed, and then goodbye, right? The moment that, for example, young people get housed, it's a whole new chapter that opens up because now the young person is feeling physically safe, but emotionally it's just an explosion of so many other things. So I think I met you like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And I am still here with her, right? And it's like a long, beautiful, right? Long healing process and connection process.
Yeah,
I would like to quote that Daniela, right, when she was talking about being a number, right? And I think doing the work for so many years, sometimes it's devastating. It's like heartbreaking to see like how many reports, you know, we need to do and how many like numbers we need to give out just to maintain funding, just to maintain some sort of like funding streams that we can keep doing the work. The other day I was talking with a former Ensamo member that I'm still like connecting, that person is not a young person anymore, but the relationship is there. And she's working right now in a HIV as a tester, right? And she said, like, if I don't find 5 people that are positive, we are in jeopardy to lose our funding. So now funding streams are paying attention of how many people get infected instead of like how many people we are testing and they are not being positive. So instead of like celebrating and being like positive focus and celebration focus, we are deficit focused. So coming back to what we are talking here about relationships, I think what is going to last forever and ever is that relationship and that love.
Yeah, and just that compassion and empathy. I feel like empathy can go a long way because I was always taught that it's okay for people to be ignorant. And I even accept ignorance. But one thing that I don't accept at all is like aggressive ignorance. Because I feel like a lot of times people don't know something and it's okay not to know something and to be like directed and steered into like the right direction or corrected. But when you're corrected and after being corrected you continue to still make the same type of mistakes, then it just kind of means like, you know, I don't care and I'm going to continue being aggressively ignorant. So I feel like a lot of organizations are like that because we have a lot of like, we speak out and we're very communicative as a whole, the youth from where I'm from, and we voice these analogy and these perceptions of like people in these places. And I don't really want to give out names or anything because it's not like important. They're not important. But it's like the message isn't being like conveyed. So I feel like it's just a lack of empathy and just a lot of ignorance.
So we can go on and on and on talking about this amazing and beautiful and critical piece of the work that we are doing, but we need to stop, right? And give the opportunity to someone else to come here and keep talking and processing. I just want to say that thank you so much for having us here in New York City. I'm going to stay here for the next 2 weeks, so those people that are trusting what we are doing and coming from a place of love and care, truly love and truly care, I will be around. I have my business cards over here. I have some other goodies, wristbands. So this is the moment in which talking about talking about the real talk, I would like that real talk to really come alive. So here I am, Bonsai Bermudez, Cici, and the other two youth, Cariel and Lola, and will be here for a little while. Well, I'm going to be here for the next 2 weeks. They are leaving tonight, but we are going to be here for the rest of the day.
And also, before we're done, I wanted to say thanks to Jama for also advocating and sending us out here and making this space available for us to have. Cindy Lauper for being an amazing person, an amazing advocate, and just you're just amazing all around as a person. I remember meeting you last year, and you're awesome. Also, Bond Wade, that's here, because Bond has also been a very great mentor and is one of those few people that actually get it and that's actually a good resource advocate for the youth. So, okay.
Love you all. Goodbye.